go and really introduce myself, say what's up. My name is Elliot Kay, and I'm going to talk today about Logic the Rapper. Now, for those of you who don't know, or those of you who do know, or those of you who care, what I do is I work with a lot of business owners. I work with business owners, and what we do is we help them build the elite business lifestyle. So we work with 6-figure, 7-figure turnover business owners to make sure they have a business they love, but a lifestyle that gives them magic moments, right? And the reason I wanted to talk about Logic is because I think he's an incredible example to a lot of people right now who are struggling, or people that are at the peak of their success but don't stop to address what truly, truly matters. And that's why I really think that Logic is a great example. So for those of you who do know or don't know, he wrote the 1-800 number. He's struggled with adversity quite a lot as a rapper because he looks quite white, but actually he's black. And there's many aspects that he's fought against throughout his career, but nothing hurt him more than when he had a year of anxiety. He was out for a year because of anxiety, and he admits because he was working too hard, he wasn't looking after himself, even though he was doing what he loved and he was on his way up, and he just didn't address and he just didn't look after himself. And what happened is when you don't address things in your mind and your body, things accumulate. And you know, this whole, it'll be okay, it will go away, it will pass. You know, often our mind and our body are giving us warnings. They're giving us yellow cards, red cards, they're flagging things, right? And we must stop and listen to it. So in Logic's case, he didn't, which then meant he got really bad anxiety. He couldn't leave the house. He was scared of crowds. And that could have destroyed his career. It didn't. It didn't destroy his career, as you know. He went after that and truly made an impact. And the way he made an impact was actually being completely and utterly vulnerable. He speaks very openly about mental issues. He talks about his anxiety. And he's doing that in a way that's empowering and impacting people. And I think that's a great example, especially for someone in the rap world. Now, I don't know his music very well, but I do know his story. And I'm just very inspired by him because to be vulnerable in the scene, in the rap scene, can be quite tricky. But here's the other thing about this, right? You don't have to be a rapper, you know, to be vulnerable, with the need to deal with your lifestyle, with the need to stop and address issues. You don't have to have a massive career or a massive business for this to be an issue, right? I've worked with 100K turnover businesses and I've worked with £1 million plus turnover businesses. And, you know, the challenges are the same. A lot of people are strapped for time, overworked, they underpay themselves because they're running a business, therefore they're unhealthy, they're stressed out, and then there's loads of stuff like comfort eating or drinking, and you know, but the worst thing is not having time, the time to stop and address what matters. And I think what's really important is you do stop and address what matters. And maybe had Logic done that, he might have had the year of anxiety, but then if he didn't have the year of anxiety, he wouldn't have come out and written the 1-800 song. So he took his darkest hour and now he uses it to empower and impact people. And I think that's a great thing. And he does it to cross generations. You know, it's not just about the youth or the millennials or you know, Generation X. His message is universal. But what he's done very well is taken a really dark time of his life and turned that into something very positive. Now he's triple platinum. He's featured on so many high caliber TVs. But you know, he had to go through that. The good news is you don't have to. You can adjust things there and then. You can create more time. You can do what needs to be done to make sure that you don't have to be taken out. You can eat healthy. You can have downtime. You can relax. So if you're a 6 or 7 figure turnover business and you're working yourself into the ground, I really want you to stop and go, for who? Who are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? I mean, what will this do for you? Yes, I run a business that I love. I run 2 businesses, actually. I used to run 3, and I love them all. But when it came to a point where I was booked up for a whole year, I had no evenings, no time to see friends, and let alone at the time thinking about having a baby, the thought of having a baby and there being no time was my changing moment, was my insane moment. You can see that. video on my channel. So start, address what needs to be addressed, deal with it, ask for help. Yes, be a little bit vulnerable. You need to be vulnerable and get out there so you can make an impact and change the world. So this is me. I hope you enjoyed my live. If you're watching on replay, if I can help, reach out, drop me a line, drop me a message, say hey, say what's up. I'd love to support you in any way I can. So this is my first YouTube live. I hope I did well. See you soon. Bye.